Cause I seen your videos. So I got a question for you. They hold with both of them wanting to be online entities or whatever, right? To be social media stars and shit. Do you feel like this is legit? Or do you feel like this is just some bullshit for, cause you know, both of they ships go raise off of all of this interaction and people sharing and all of this. What do you feel about this situation in reality?
So like basically if they using this for like to like boost they okay. I don't think that's what they doing. I think they literally just stupid, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I think they just stupid and they just don't understand the magnitude of what they doing and how much negativity that shit is gonna add to they shit. Like, I think what she thought she was doing by being super like raunchy and shit, she was probably getting views, but she wasn't understanding what kind of views she was getting. Cause you could get mad views. That don't mean everybody fucking with you. Everybody might be laughing at your ass. Or everybody might be, look at this bitch. Like, you know, hey, look at this. And then now they like, they take their phone, hey, look at this bitch. Like, everybody looking at you and they laughing at you. And I think that's what she was doing.
You know, I would love to give them the benefit of the doubt. I really would, but I don't trust shit I see online. Now, do I think that their relationship is doomed and never going to get repaired from this? Of course, yes. It's obvious. She's sitting here literally posting videos about how she was getting ate out on periods.
College, I dated this guy. You know, he didn't want to fool around when I was on like the heaviest days of my period. Good news, my period ended. Like, we can like have fun tonight, blah, blah. And he was going down on me.
All sorts of shit. But then turn around, came up on this particular video. I did see a clip. She was like, yeah, I didn't do anything and I was a virgin. You ain't no virgin getting ate out on periods. That is, you love some penis.
Yeah.
On that. So, but like I said, I seen clips of it. I seen a little bit of this, and like I said, I saw most of the most of it I saw was on Alvin Preach.
Yep.
And when I saw the intro with them coming out with the midgets and stuff and the little people, I'm sorry about that. When the little folks that came out in the security stuff and they tried to make it like a Springer type situation, I that's when I was like, you know what? I think we all feel for the okie doke. It's all good content though. Everybody go watch, but you might be right though, because the body language is kind of showing stuff, and there was some leading questions. So you might be right. If anybody that know me know I'm a pessimist and a nihilist, and I think everything is just for some fakery on this. But they relationship was doomed from the beginning any damn way, just because. Just from how I heard them talking about. She don't like kissing him. That ain't her love language type stuff or whatever. Lady tell you that she need to walk away.
She said it overstimulates her.
Yeah, but the white boys that she said
at the frat houses.
And look, and he already know that. Look, and ladies, if it's any people from the organizations, look. Even on my channel, I'm scared of y'all. I want y'all to know it's not. I don't be talking crazy because I have no fear of y'all. I got fear of all the organizations. I done seen enough movies, okay? I seen the Line in the Sand movie or whatever, and just from knowing folks that are associated with it, frat houses are the train station, okay? Any 100%. Girls that pull up into that is all choo-chooed out. And unfortunately, when I see folks get married to other folks in organizations and they be like, yeah, I met her at a frat party, I be like, so was you the fourth nigga in the train or the last? Like, which part of the train did you fall in love? And y'all blame the movies and niggas telling me stories on my beliefs on this, but she lying about the virgin shit if she was.
Nah, she lying, bro. She lying.
And he know it.
She contradicted herself a lot of different ways. Like you said, the period thing, contradiction right there. The butthole story, contradiction right there. Like, come on. Yo, it's great. And you know what? You know what she called herself too? Somebody had put it in a comment, and I didn't notice that before, but she said when she was telling the story about the guy that slept over with the butthole story thing, she said she had invited him over. She wanted to fool around, but she didn't want to fool around like that. meaning you've done, what is that? Meaning you've done that before, you just ain't feel like doing that tonight. So it's like, and this man, and that's what it makes it bad, because this man on podcast talking about me and my wife, like, I was her first. Like, you probably saying this shit, bro, to people. So it's embarrassing. But now you gotta stick, you gotta stick with the story. You know?
But he don't have to. He can be real with it. He could be real. But see, that's what make them some hoe ass motherfuckers over in that bitch. But see, the thing is, I think he's sticking to it because he probably was a virgin when he met. He probably he probably touched like 2, 3. The bigger of a whore the dude is, the higher number the count of the bodies that a dude got is the more that he can accept the bodies of the chick usually in real life. I ain't talking about the Slim Thugs of the world and all these weird niggas talking about, I want a young girl because I'm 87 years old. I ain't talking about them. Most dudes can't handle it because they body count too. Of course, you get with somebody they body count 78, you go be tripping. But if you got 78 and they got 78, y'all can regale tales of whoredom together and stuff. If he had bodies like that, I think he would have been like, look, she was going, I was going, I don't give a fuck. I still love her. I don't give a damn. Like DMX said, I love my baby mother. I'll never let her go. I'm not going nowhere. But since he was, out there sad in the game and stuff, it is what it is. For me.
Hard for you? Oh my God! Oh my God! Jocelyn Singh is in the building. She wants vengeance.
The minute I saw that shit right there, I was like, these motherfuckers not taking this shit serious. And leave it up to these 4 over here clowning this shit when you really out here looking stupid as shit, but you trying to turn this into a joke.
Old buddy with the Hitler mustache will say some wow shit, and you can look on his face. He was like, God damn, I'm a coon up here, man, but I need this chick to pay for my dialysis and shit. I ain't gonna go nowhere. But that was fucked up.
Yeah, he do kind of got that face.
He don't never check them.
He do kind of got that face like, I can't really say nothing. Like,
and I didn't mean to say dialysis. Student loans for sure, though. He ain't gonna leave to pay off them student loans. He gonna let them say the craziest shit. Pay them loans off. It's hard for me to say I blame him, but it just looked very, very Nazi-ish up there. And he just sit there, but discomforted. So I can't really watch it because it's very it's just hard to watch the brother sell his soul like that.
But my thing is, I would assume they all comedians, right? I mean, because Andrew Schultz supposed to be a comedian. Akaash he's a comedian. So I'm assuming they all comedians, right? To some extent. Anybody in the chat, y'all watch one of their specials? If they comedians, let me know. Because I'm assuming they all comedians. So with that, if he don't laugh, where he gonna go? And it's not like they gonna pick him up for wilding out or some shit like that. You know what I mean?
He needs to take his ass back. Like I said, student loans, I know they be crazy. So I'm just saying. I'm the type of person to let that shit go on a default and wait 7 years and start fresh.
Yeah.
I couldn't sit up there with dreadlocks. On top of that, he has the hair of the Asiatic black man getting disrespected. I'm surprised the dreadlocks ain't wrapped around his neck at night and choked him to death from the ancestors for what he be sitting up going through. He need to shave that off, get him a Caesar. Maybe one of them Lincoln Park hairdos, because it's disrespectful to the hairdo that he got on right now. I just want to say that.
Just a straight Caesar, no fade, straight.
No fade, and get it painted blonde. Like get it so he can be all white boyed out and get some good contacts, because that's what he really do.
He had his nails painted too. You ain't see it.
Like I said, I can't watch it. I just see from afar.
Nah, he had a painting.
What's going on? The only funny thing about it is they sit and suck Schultz dick. The whole.
That's what the show is about.
Look like they do. Yeah, and he sit up there with the demeanor of y'all go suck.
Right.
He always laid out like,
hand me out, pull back. Yeah.
And say the most dumbest shit. And they just all be up there with their mouth on it, and I'm like, y'all some hoes.
He definitely be sitting. He
hoes.
definitely be sitting there on some king shit, like yo.
And you see the one he got the popcorn. Of course he go coon to the max. Matter of fact, where my goddamn hat at? Why we watching this shit? Let me make sure I got the proper attire on to salute this motherfucker. Because of course he go bring props. He gotta outdo everybody. He's like, I gotta be the best nigga out here.
Not only that, during this, when they was saying words, when they was using like roster and all that, they was talking about the Urban Dictionary. Who you think they went to for the definition?
Who did they go to?
My man with the popcorn. Yo, they was like, what does a roster mean? And they all went like this, bro. Like, yeah. So look,
I promise, bro. I promise. This said, I don't know if it's gotta be a way I can kind of block him out of view for me to be able to watch this shit.
You know what I want to add though? You can be on a show like this and not coon. I don't want people to think like just cause you on the show, like that mean like, yo, we think you cooning or you do. You could be on this show and still like not coon, bro.
You gotta be able to call out some shit. You ain't gotta laugh at the shit. I will give Ish from the Joe Budden shit. This made me kind of respect him. Remember when the motherfucker was hype as hell? When Not Like Us came out and he a super Drake fan and he just sit there all mad and shit and just then that's what he could do. You ain't gotta sell out just because the rest of the folks, you can sit there and let them be like, oh, you a stick in the mud, but like, nah, bitch, your shit wasn't funny. How about that? You go fire me, bitch, because you racist? That's what you gonna do? Because it's gonna be a lawsuit, you fire me, ho. He don't say shit like that. He sit there and just let this raccoon fly like a motherfucker. You is a disgrace to your race. But I'm sure Sally Mae love your ass, though. Get that goddamn check in. Or it might be child support. Or it might be, you know what? It might be child support. Let me take this off. If it's child support, I understand. You gotta do what you gotta do. You don't want that warrant to be. I apologize, dog. It might be child support, and then if it's that case, hey, you gotta be a father to your child. So I apologize. I be taking it too far.
Ariel Smoke said, the black dude is Puerto Rican.
It's still black in there.
Yeah,
but he can't. He can't lean on the Puerto Rican stuff. You know what I'm saying? He still gotta take it. The world looks at him as black, so it don't matter what's really in the. If you in America, he a nigga, and it is what it is. They ain't gonna say he a spicy nigga. They gonna be like he just a regular ass.
You ever seen Godfrey?
Yeah, I watch him from.
You ever seen the clip he did about the Dominicans? He's like, I know black.
I ain't Dominican. I'm Puerto Rican. I know black. Be looking just like me. Be having the same hair. I be touching it like, it's not the same. They try to salsa that shit off. I be like, Dominica. I go, I know, but you're black. No, pop. I know black.
That shit be cracking up. That's kind of what that's what I think about when they say that.
When I lived in Florida, I learned a lot coming from Arkansas because the time I was growing up, it's just black, white, and it was maybe a few Mexicans at that time. When I moved to Florida, I was introduced to Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, and Cubans, and a whole bunch of stuff. And a Puerto Rican girl put me on game because I ain't gonna front. Coming from Arkansas, Little Rock at that time, I really just thought they was all different shades of Mexican. I did not understand all of and I fucked up. I was like, oh, so y'all make tacos and shit? And I almost got swung on. They was like, let me break it down to you what the business is. And she talked about just how, slavery affected them with the and the caste system over there. You got your white variations and the folks that try to negate their black heritage, and then you got the people that accept it and stuff like that. And it's nuanced when you really get into it. But this nigga right here, you know what? I'm taking off the child support shit. I don't give a fuck no more. This nigga right here is tap dancing. God damn it.
Yeah, I think the cap got to go back on. All right, let's go through.
I mean, she literally has an excuse for everything that she said to tarnish this man and their relationship, and all of it really leads right back to Akaash, turning the whole thing around on him like he is the sole reason why this all happened. First, she speaks about the popping.
So this was supposed to be.
Oh my God.
I was like, all right, y'all tripping. This could be anybody. But for optics, it don't look good. But these supposed to be the frat guys. It's the frat guy reunion.
These ain't even Chads. These is bottom of the barrel whites right here. And this just lets you know she is one of them, them others. And I seen this in Southeastern Asian communities online and stuff. I forgot the name they call them, but they parents teach them to put whites on the pedestal. Colonization screwed the entire globe and stuff. And so when you put them on a pedestal, they'll get the bottom barrel of the white. I'm not talking about the homosexual niggas, but I'm talking about the ones that really like a white woman, where they just get a smell of a white woman, be the lowest class of white that they could get. And this is what this is. I'll be highly upset that this picture is floating around and shit, because at least it could be some Brad Pitt looking motherfuckers or something like that. No, these, especially that second mother, like this was who was allegedly, hyperbole, possibly, I'm not 100% sure, smashing in the ass.
Speaking of that, let's address this real quick. Do you think that, I'm not saying this will happen, do you think this could possibly be that all she participated in was period munching and butthole shit?
Okay.
And that's all she did. So technically she can call herself a virgin.
All right, that is real. I've actually encountered it in my life of whoredom, where that was presented, and I was like, word, really? But not that they was preserving the virgin when I got with them, but they was just saying that they was doing, the back door action before that they did it, because in their culture it wasn't accounted for real. And I was like, get the hell out of here. So that is an actual thing. I have met folks that ride with that in real life, and I've met some folks that just got munched before as well. I have been a muncher and not smasher before in my life. Of that's in my sadder stories. That's not for here, but so it is possible is what I'm putting out there.
Okay.
At the same time though, once you bring shit to the internet, we have to assume the worst, because the worst is the most funniest. And also, you gotta assume the worst, because the way she presented these stories talking to her homegirl was not the way she is trying to clean it up now. The way she was talking to her homegirl, you can't use the term roster and not be fucking nobody.
Right.
Like, that's impossible. She wouldn't use that term. You know what I'm saying? I would also like to point out, you shouldn't get with nobody that when y'all walk down the street, if you look at one of the other people, somebody will be like, damn, how they get with them? You know what I'm saying? And that's how they look. And that's where he messed up. In his mind, he don't think he could do better than her.
Oh, no, he don't.
He don't, and that's why he's stuck in this system, because
he
ain't got no kids.
He terrified of losing her.
Terrified. They ain't got no kids, do they?
Nah.
He could walk away from this so smooth and clean and be done learned the lesson that you should, and this is no disrespect to ladies, because everybody should have a, and let me know if you agree with this, Giz. I feel that whenever you meet anybody, especially if they're attractive, that you should put, and I'm talking about male or woman, we should all, this person has at least had 10 bodies and been in at least one orgy and or train. Okay. And that way, you cool. You ain't even got to ask them about their background. You just assume it. You assume that. If you assume that, I think it's easier if you have them that going on in your background. You know what I'm saying? But if you go in and assuming it, you can't really be hurt by this type of shit. If he had came out and was like, oh yeah, that bitch was going and shit, look at her though. Who wouldn't go? And if I was a girl, shit, I'd have been going like that too. You know what I'm saying? So I don't give a fuck what the fuck she say. But since he came on, oh, she was a virgin, and he dug himself a hole. And that is, I'm about to throw a word out there. People go get upset. That's a part of the Madonna whore patriarchy shit going on and shit. You should just let people be able to wave their whore flags, and you won't get roasted out in the community like this and shit.
Yeah, if you own it, like you might have a couple people talk some shit for a little bit, but that shit ain't gonna last long.
It's always the biggest rebuttal. You come back to somebody that, especially once you own it. See, now he can't say shit, but if he had owned it, he'd be like, look, I've been a part of 15 trains and shit. This is just she in my community. This is we are A-likes up in this bitch. It's okay, 100% okay with it. Shit. I couldn't get with nobody that wasn't about that life actually and shit. But now he got a cape and shit, and his ego hurt. And the worst part about this, he fucked because he give a fuck what other people say. Because if he didn't, they wouldn't be doing all this shit. But that's where it moved over to where I be like, this shit just for content, man. Like, this could all have been an elaborate plan. With the same way you asked me, is it possible for her to actually have been a virgin, just did that other stuff? Do you feel it's a possibility that to get her channel popping, that they could have orchestrated orchestrated this all from the beginning?
The only reason
Knowing
why,
how YouTube and social media work.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I mean, but maybe that could be the reason why they continued it. I don't think initially that was the plan. I think initially they wanted to be raunchy because they felt like that's what was going to get them the views on that podcast. Remember, for her, their biggest thing is we want to get this podcast popping. Which he don't even understand. Like, that's the biggest threat to him. Because the biggest threat to him, go let her get her own money. Like, real money. Like, and you know how podcasts, you could really do some shit with a podcast. Now, imagine she do some shit and she start making more than he make. At that point, you fucked. You royally fucked. You're not going to be able to talk to her any type of way. Like, you fucked, bro. And the problem with this that people don't see, this creates a bigger issue also because now what you going to see with them, they got pride and they feel hurt. Now they going to be trying to prove this shit to everybody. So even when they fuck up, they going to stay together because they going to want to show everybody, nah, look, we still together. This shit's still going.
Yeah.
Either way, he fucked.
And you want to know why he super fucked? Because she ain't going to get pregnant. I guarantee they ain't going to have no baby.
Damn.
Because exactly what you said. The only caveat I guess you yet is you got folks like A$AP Rocky. You got with somebody that's a billionaire on it, and he ain't worried about none of that at all. Because he's, in his own words, a pretty motherfucker. He know that he could go get, and Rihanna know that he could go get anybody being broke than a motherfucker. But since he can't, everything you said is true about him. And I'm gonna be honest, how long they been together? You know how old they are and what their ages are?
Who, Diesel?
How long they been together? Yeah, they put that out there.
I know they got a 10-year age gap. He like in his high 30s, and she like, well, he.
What the hell?
Yeah, they got a 10-year age gap, dog. That's what he said. He said they met when she was, I think she was 21 and he was 30 something. So I don't know, give or take 10 years, maybe a little bit more than 10 years. I don't know, but that's what he said. There's an age gap there. So he got her when she was young, which is why he probably believed like, you know, the virgin story. Yeah. They said in the chat, they've been together for 10 years.
Yeah. Consistently since she been 21? Yeah, he in for it.
Okay, they say Akaash is 41 and Jasleen is 32.
This to have worked, they would have need to have broke up for about 10, 15 years. And then he came and got her later because, yes, this is a sad situation, man. I might have to put him on a piece of party list, man. I think I might have to put it. He might clock out.
I'm telling you, bro, like me, like watching these videos and reacting to this shit is sad, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. It been times where I wanted to feel bad for him and I can't, bro, because I remember the shit he said with Kendrick. I remember that shit. But the way he was laughing at it, then I see clips of him talking about other people situations and he talking about people out there cucking and shit. And it's like, bro, come on, bro. And the whole time, this how you living? It's crazy.
Dude, and that's the thing. The reason I got up and walked around, I've been there with somebody that was young or whatever, and you get caught up. And that's why I tell dudes like, yo, why do you want to get with somebody young or just fresh off the boat of fresh on the boat of legality? They still need time to grow, and more importantly, they still need time to hoe. You can't get in between. You should never get in between somebody's 18 to 25 whole years. They need to get it all out. Let them get it all out. He has been handcuffing, a sideline handcuffing, and it's coming back to bite him in the ass. But she
said she did it all though. She said she did it all in college. She said she was popping her shit, and you know, so she might feel like she lived it out, but she said she get nostalgic. That's the problem,
and that's what I'm saying. He's handcuffed. She hold probably from 16 to when he got with her, right? But like I said, she still needed 4 or 5. You shouldn't get with somebody until y'all have a conversation and it go like y'all be on the phone, be late night. She be like, you know what, man, I sucked this dude's dick the other day, and I was like, you know what, I'm tired of just sucking random dicks. That's like after 200 dick, what am I gonna do? That's when she really ready. She got to be tired of. She nostalgic for it. He been handcuffing, and she probably been doing her thing emotionally for sure. It's some folks that's up under there. Her homegirls know the dude she go when they break up, she gonna be in a relationship in 2 weeks because she already been talking to the dude.
Yeah. It's somebody. It's somebody waiting. You know, it's always somebody. Yeah. You know, it's really gonna fuck them if somebody come out of nowhere and be like, "I did that."
Oh yeah, so they out there. They just
somebody
waiting to catch.
I hit it.
Somebody there, they probably already talking. They just ain't got a big enough microphone. They probably just like.
I'm gonna be honest. Them now, even though I said they the bottom of the barrel whites as that's far as looks, but them is some trust fund, baby. You can see by that dude's jacket. If you see any ugly white dude with a jacket on, the collar flipped up like 2009 futuristic ATL time, he don't gotta worry about no.
This one right here, he living on the edge. You see how he got it? He went down a little further. That actually that's the one you need to really worry about. I'm scared of that motherfucker. To be honest with you, that's a scary picture. Because he playing it safe over here on the right. He like yo. He like yo. I got a reputation. I can't do this. I'm gonna do the Lil V. He did the big ass V right here. He said fuck that. So he dangerous.
Good. I'm glad you pointed that out. The biggest. I think it's a meme called the quarter zip.
The quarter zip.
Yeah. And this lets you know that he basically that's the equivalent of him being a YN. How he got that all the way down. That's a quarter zip right there.
So we could call it, what's it, the quarter V?
Quarter V.
All right, bet.
Right there.
See, now they got their own shit. They don't gotta come take this.
They ain't gotta come take our shit no more as usual and shit. But she's been defied, and him just trying to save her honor and do all this shit. This is the saddest shit. This is Drake shit.
Yeah.
This is Drake shit. People could just be like, look, so what she was going and shit. So what? But he fucked up because he been handcuffing and he thinking that he got her locked up. And that's where this is gonna end very badly for him. Like I said. And I'm shocked. I didn't know he was supposed to be a comedian. He on stage and talking about how he gonna open it up with, yeah, they're talking about my wife's a whore and a slut. There's some pretty bad stuff out there. And didn't have no joke for that. Like, was that really, he was up there expressing his feelings and shit? If you don't get that goddamn bullshit out of here, there ain't no comedian shit. Comedian shit be like, so I found out my bitch is going, but the pussy too good. I can't leave you guys. That's my time. I see y'all. Peace. I'm out of here. Catch me for the merch. That's how you do some shit like that. You can't just come in there
what?
About to cry.
I think he wanted to joke about it. I think that was the original plan. Let me go there and joke about it. But here go the reason why he can't joke about it. Because you was on radio saying she was a virgin, and now that shit there's no joke for that, bro. If that wasn't one of the things, he could have joked about this easy. He could have got on stage, made a joke. Yo, they saying my wife is a whore. Whatever. Like, because everybody at that point know it's almost like you owning that she had a past. But you saying she was pure, ain't no joke. You can't comedian your way out of that shit, bro. You can't.
Because just that's a dumbass word. First off, pure. All that purity shit. Yeah, that's some dumbass shit. I hate that term when all us humans are just put down here to reproduce. So that's a dumbass term to even really think that and ride with that on any level. What he really should have did, like you said, when this shit first came out, he could have easily got in front of it by telling her like, look, just be honest. Was you really going? Okay, that's fine. Okay, it's cool. Look, we gonna blow your podcast up and shit, but I'm gonna come out here. I'm gonna be like, look, you was going, and it's all good and shit. That way they ain't gotta lie or cover up shit or backtrack. Because the worst thing about lying about shit is you gotta remember them lies.
Yeah.
And they already going against each other. Like, they already playing shit she said, and now they on this shit, and it ain't matching up, and they gotta be like, oh, well, they really meant it like this. Well, no, she really meant. The part about her saying, well, I didn't look at hooked up as meaning having sex. I just mean that mean kissing. Now, I will say that I found out white folks did have a different term.
Yeah,
hooking up when I was younger and shit. She was like, because I remember I heard some white girls talking about, yeah, we just hooked up with a just at the end.
Yeah.
And our terms hooking up me, What the fuck you mean you just hooked up? It was a whole dick you added to your list in this motherfucker. You put a just, let me make sure I get her number before I leave this motherfucker.
Nah, I learned that too. That for them, it just means like they made out and shit.
Yeah. But I'm gonna be honest. Unfortunately, as I said earlier, since this is on the internet now, and I don't like they podcasts on any levels, I'm going to assume the worst and add him to my pizza party list. As I said earlier, I'm not gonna go into details what that means for anybody that don't know, but I will be online with a Little Caesars if a certain action is committed by somebody.
Yeah, this is yeah, all right. The quarter V's, man. The quarter V's.
Quarter V's, man. Goddamn, man.
Yo, this pretty low for the V. This man right here is diabolical. I ain't gonna lie. That's pretty low.
He coked out.
Yeah, that's pretty
There's
low.
a lot of cocaine was taken there.
You can't even let your shirt be unbuttoned like this by mistake. That's not even like a mistake. That's purposely done. I'm just saying.
To have your shirt unbuttoned like that and you ain't got no kind of taco meat or chest hair or anything with a thin gold chain with a small medallion with your astrological sign in it, that's gotta be cocaine.
Yeah.
He hot from the rock. He might have been freebasing because they don't say they smoke crack. They say they was freebasing. He was freebasing.
Yeah, this night was epic, yo. I'm pretty sure.
They did have an epic wasted night.
Yeah, they did.
And I ain't gonna front. That dude, both of them on the end, I'm glad you pointed out. You see how that one on the gray, he got his elbow out like this, and the other dude got his hand.
Mm-hmm.
They conquested her that night. That's how they stand when they catch a big deer buck and shit. That's what happened that night. They was like, look at what we colonized in this bitch.
Oh man,
and it is what it is, man. And one thing I want to add before we start back, but Quarter V, he raw dogged at the end of the train.
Oh my
it's
God.
100%. He
Oh
raw
yeah,
dogged.
for sure.
She might have went to the clinic because she seen him. She was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to go to the clinic on this one. The one on the left or the right, she might have kept that one, but she had to get rid of that motherfucker because jeans, no good jeans, right?
Quarter
there.
V boys wilding.
Not the Quarter V.
Quarter
he
V
had
boys.
and he kept the shirt on too.
Yeah,
when he did it. Yeah.
It's fun to do bad things.
Take off the shirt, now take off the dope, take off the broken bag.